feel like you can start.
Okay.
Straight into the camera.
I just don't know where to begin, to be honest.
There's something I want to tell you. I'm constantly asked, where are you from? Especially when I was younger, people would always ask me that question, and I didn't understand at the time why I felt so uncomfortable or just a bit weird about it. When people ask you, where are you from? It makes you feel like you don't belong here. You're asked that question every day, in every situation, wherever you are. People are asking you where you belong. So eventually I started asking other people about their experience with the question, where are you from? And it was really interesting for me because I set out kind of on a personal mission to have context for the years of encounters with that question, and all those mixed emotions that came up when somebody asked me that question, where are you from? It kind of brings up a lot of feelings for people. It makes you feel like you don't even know where you belong.
When someone asks me where I'm from, I feel like the heat rise to my cheeks because it's just so infuriating, and it makes me really, really angry.
Every time I'm asked that question, it's like, do I want to deal with this? Do I even want to think right now? What happens next could be terrifying, or it could be really good, you know? I don't know.
If someone waltzes up to me and says, where are you from? And I say, I'm from Western Sydney.
Then people would say, no, but like, where are you really from? Like, where are you from?
When people ask and don't get the answer that they want, they'll keep hounding and they'll keep pressing and they'll keep going.
I say that I'm from Coburg North every single time.
And they'll say, oh, but what about before that? And I'll say, oh, well, I was born in Colombia. And they say, oh, but I thought people from Colombia were like a lot lighter. And I'll say, the transatlantic slave trade happened. And they'll be like, oh.
It makes me feel as though I don't belong here because I'm not white or white passing. It makes me feel as though I'm not normal or I don't look the way I'm supposed to look.
I think often when people ask, where are you from? They're really just asking me, why are you black? I remember when I was in kindergarten, there was this girl who always used to just address me as black boy. And so often when people waltz up to me and you know, say, where are you from? Or something like that, it feels like they're doing the same thing because that's all that they're seeing.
Why is there an assumption that to belong in Australia that you should be white? You know, the first people here were black people. Would you walk up to a Caucasian person and ask them, where are you from? I'm not ashamed of my heritage or the mix of culture in my family. I think that makes me really special. Everyone I've spoken to knows that and believes that.
I think that there's been a shift in the attitudes of a lot of my friends and family who have this shared experience. I think that for my mum and her siblings, it was more a matter of survival and, you know, coming to a new country and trying to establish yourself and keep your family safe. You just had to suck it up and deal with it and answer it. For our generation, I think this like overarching feeling of exhaustion has kind of pushed us to be more combative. And I think that everybody's sick of it.
The only good experience I have when it comes to my cultural heritage being in question is with other people of colour.
Like, this is a part of our experience that we've had from childhood.
For example, this happens to me in Ubers a lot. If the driver is an Indian person and they ask me where I'm from, I know that's coming from a place of wanting to like have this like shared connection. And I actually find those moments really heartwarming and they make me really happy. So context definitely matters for sure.
Whenever other people, particularly other Asian people, approach me, I know that they only want to find out if we can speak the same language or if we eat the same types of food, if we really fucking love chili or anything. Oh, sorry, can I say that?
My least favourite encounter with where are you from is the guessing game. When people say, oh, okay, are you Spanish or you look kind of like Native American. It dehumanises you having somebody pull apart your features that you got from your family, features that you see in your family, and you thought that that made you belong with them and belong where you were raised.
I've started telling people that I'm Irish just for a giggle, just to see what their response is. And oftentimes people would be taken aback and they would be like, oh, whereabouts in Ireland? And I'll, with the worst possible Irish accent, say, oh, I'm just from Dublin.
Asking someone where are you from doesn't always have to be bad. It doesn't make you a terrible person, but it's just all about the context.
I think if I were to share a hot tip about how to have discussions about where someone's from, probably the most important thing is to work your way into it, and don't just come at someone asking that question straight up.
And I also wouldn't ask it so that you can talk about your 6-month trip to India.
There's just so much you could talk about without having to touch on something that makes the other person feel different to you. I find that when I'm comfortable around people, I'll just tell them. When I like them, then I'll tell them, you know.
Well, where are you from?